titled this When Producers Are Not Producers. I was talking with Chris Rochester today, my manager at Run the Roost. We're talking about credits and how credits work. And Chris used to be an actor. He did lots of television stuff. And he was on that show. See, I'm a moron. You guys know this, so I'm not going to apologize for it. With Lorenzo Lamas, with the long hair, driving the motorcycle around, Renegade or whatever the fuck it was. Sorry, Chris. But anyway, and Chris was always on that show. So all of a sudden, after some time, Lorenzo Lamas appears as producer on the show. And everyone's like, what the fuck is that about? I know what that's about. We talked about it today. It's because there's a certain budget for the show. Everyone's getting paid a certain amount of money. It's going on, it's successful, and everyone gets crazy. So Lorenzo Lamas, just like Charlie Sheen, just like other people who have successful shows, go, I want more money. But the studio they're dealing with is like, you know what? Here's a way for us to give you more money without upsetting everybody. We're just gonna make you a producer on the show, or co-producer or something. And then it's like a pizza pie, and there's slices. So instead of just being an actor being paid millions of dollars, we're gonna make you a producer, and then you get a piece of the pie, which is, there's so much fun in Fish Therapy. In the third episode, there's a whole thing about the pie, when they're trying to decide about the pie and pieces of the pie, and they have a big fight. So sometimes when you see an actor on a show after 2 or 3 seasons suddenly becomes a producer, it's not because he's showing up in the morning with coffee and donuts and, nailing 2x4s to the set. He's not doing anything. They're just increasing his pay in the form of giving him a producer credit. I was involved in a feature film some years back, and they only had a certain amount of money to do the film, but they said, what if we pay you guild minimum, it's like $36,000 or something like that, but we'll give you 25% of the, we'll make you a producer, and you get 25% of the producer's thing. I'm like, fine. I love that idea. And I allowed the thing to be sold, and they never called me again. So I never got the pie, but I got some money to pay bills. So that's it. There's so much more to be said about credits for producers, but that's just one. So when you see a TV show that's gone on for a couple of years and suddenly the star becomes a producer, it's because they wanted more money, and the studio or distributors were like, we don't have more money, and we're gonna piss off everybody around you. And even they figure out eventually, they all hate each other. That's it.